Right now, eLevate heading into picks and bans for game 2, they have to change nothing. Just keep playing your game, doesn't matter. It's up to Kingdom to dictate the pace of the game. We saw just how strong eLevate was at the beginning. Bologna just shut down the Robin, absolutely nothing to do. Invading the blue buff and speed, shutting down the Thor, all the momentum towards eLevate.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's up to Kingdom to try and amass a good defense and just find that synergy that we've seen before. We've seen good games coming out, but they're at a major disadvantage considering they found their nice roster at the end of the split.
Unfortunately, Kingdom needs to find their identity right now. They need to figure out what composition really works out for them, because that double Magical Hunter didn't really pan out for them. It was too much sustain, I would say, and survivability with the Khepri coming from the support role. The Bologna was being able to dominate, just too tanky as well. The Breastplate of Valor was finished, as well as almost finishing off Frostbound Hammer before the Breastplate was finished from Robin.
And we're in week 6 and we're still seeing roster changes coming out from Kingdom. But eLevate gonna get first pick, first ban, and that means they're gonna grab their Zeus.
The Khepri instantly being banned from Kingdom. I respect that ban because it was just too problematic to deal with eLevate because of the laning phase in the dual lane. Just too much control.
And Terra gonna get picked up immediately by Kingdom eSports and the Ratatoskr. Terra gonna be able to bring monstrous amounts of sustain, and Ratatoskr is still very useful with that global ult.
And eLevate, they're very comfortable with giving up Terra because they were more comfortable playing the Zeus. It's not like they forgot that Terra was on the table. Normally, it's the second pick that bans out the Terra, but eLevate, they're giving that one through.
Sobek gonna come through as well as the Awilix for Team eLevate. Susano and Guan Yu banned out, which means eLevate don't necessarily have that chance at the same kind of sustain as Kingdom eSports. So for eLevate, already they want to take this game very quickly.
You have a little bit of anti-sustain with the Sobek Sickening Strike. You're synergizing the Tail Whip with the Awilix ulti whenever you can. You can lock people down in the Zeus ultimate if you can knock them up with the Suku, as well as Feathers stepping them right in place.
Freya Neath banned out, Soul banned out by eLevate. We're waiting on one more. And Cabrakan locked in for Kingdom eSports.
A lot of magical hunters off the table between the Soul, Freya. Chronos is still available on the table. Haba surprisingly banned from eLevate. Maybe Kingdom could have potentially ran that, but it's going to be the Jing instead.
Might have been a pocket strat, but instead we're going to see the Jing, who synergizes absolutely amazingly with Terra.
But more importantly, if Jing knocks herself up, Awilix could pull her right back in. That's an interesting pick. Very either a crazy pick or a genius pick. We're about to find out.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it's a cocky pick going in because Jing is going to put herself in these positions multiple times. But Odin locked in for eLevate, and finishing up, we're going to see another Chronos.
Surprisingly enough, Fafnir was left open in picks and bans. Not banned, not picked yet again. It would have synergized very well with the Chronos as well, but it's going to be the Sobek support for eLevate more than likely, and it's going to be probably the Terra, I would say, coming out of Kingdom. You could run Terra or Cabrakan in the solo lane, so a little bit of flexibility from that roster.
But I'd rather see the Cabrakan there so you can run him like Fat Loki.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting because you don't have purple pot option anymore at level 1, so you eliminate a lot of your damage potential, but with the Tremor specifically, not being able to be cancelled by Odin, it should allow him that control that he really needs, unless Sobek and Odin swap, which would be a counter matchup for Sobek, canceling out those Tremors 100% of the time.
If anything, it's just going to have to wait and see because these are very flexible picks that can go in either role, and Kingdom eSports and eLevate are just waiting for the opportunity, the first glimpse to see who's going to go where, but that is going to be the support Sobek and the solo Odin going against the solo Cabrakan.
Right now, there's no Rafts on the table, neither side really wanting to invade, no wars either on either side, so they're very confident that it's going to be a pretty standard start moving forward. Looking at the relic options, it's going to be the Meditation coming out of McSaltyCakes on the Terra, whereas the Sobek, he wants to get this early sprint online.
Sustain OP, please nerf. Terra brings so much to the table, and adding in that meditation is not only going to help the rest of the team get healed up, but help keep her mana going as well.
And it looks like there's been a little bit of a roster switch up for Kingdom. It looks like they put in yoyoabc in the hunter position for Zaxi, now playing that Jing.
Yep, not really, didn't see that coming, but either way, we'll have to see what yoyoabc is able to bring to the table on the Jing.
Normally, he's more of a solo lane player coming from the console side of things, so now swapping to the hunter position, it's not that far-fetched to go from solo to hunter or vice versa, because more often than not, you are left alone once the junglers leave. But Truancii, though, getting outpoked.
Truancii getting outpoked and just getting outplayed currently. Lots of damage and lots of early pressure. Jumpahhh in the same position with the Awilix as well, but camping solo is a nice, tasty treat that's going to be able to dash away.
Both junglers taking a lot of poke, but Jumpahhh on the better end of it. Truancii trying to get a man fight with Coviiii, but there is no detonate available. He got the chain lightning, he got the shield, so once that level 3 comes online, that's when Coviiii has to really watch out.
Would he have died if he wasn't building defense earlier on?
It's very possible, but that is physical defense. It doesn't give you the magical defense to really deal with the Raijin damage. It's more him being worried about the Awilix than anything else.
I mean, would Zeus have the power to have taken Raijin out?
Oh, you mean like if he went Tiny Trick? Maybe, maybe not, but it's Rippin Holes caught in a very awkward position. Yo-Yo finding the dash in an awkward position, finding the heal though, and that's going to save himself from first blood.
Popping the sprint as well just to get Rippin Holes out of danger. That CC coming out from KeegsMate was absolutely on point.
But
the
look,
only
underneath
thing that kept him alive, but the camping solo going to come in, force out the purification from KeegsMate. He's got 3 people here on his tail already. Going to find the stun, and yoyoabc putting his name on the board for first blood for Kingdom.
A physical hunter getting first blood against a Chronos is such a crucial factor for Kingdom right now. They could really snowball off of this, especially having Ratatoskr as your jungler that provides that global pressure. I expect right now camping solo to not camp solo, but he's going to be able to camp the duo now as a result.
Camping solo usually likes to spend most of his time on the left side of the map anyway. That's kind of an ongoing joke there. But either way, putting the pressure in all the right places and taking down that Chronos early on is an absolutely gigantic play.
Having Jing with that first blood is going to be able to get those power spike items that you really need against this Chronos. Going to be able to get the lifesteal first, going to be able to outbox and outtrade this Chronos. And as a result, the dual lane, the Sobek is going to have to stay in the lane a little bit longer. That means that mid lane might have less peels necessary for the small skirmishes.
And keep giving these assists to Terra because she's going to become a monster later on if the game like this continues. JoltaK able to dish out damage, but not nearly as good as Niqued here, but Tail Whip going to keep everybody away on the side of Kingdom.
Heading almost into the 3-minute mark. Buffs are about to respawn relatively soon. We'll see if Jumpahhh, or I'm sorry, Camping Solo really wants to play aggressive now with the red buff respawning soon. I expect them to maybe go for a red buff invade, but at the same time, Niqued, he is level 6 over JoltaK. That's still level 5, but we could see some pressure out of eLevate on the right-hand side.
And I mean, early pressure coming out from eLevate just on these fire imps, and Jumpahhh going to come around the corner looking for the Moonlight Charge just to interrupt, looking for Feather Step, looking for the damage. Gonna find it with the AoE, the knock up into the ultimate, and JoltaK gonna fall to Niqued.
We saw that the fact that the level 6 Odin was stronger right now. Despite missing the bird bomb onto JoltaK, the damage was just too much coming out of Jumpahhh, trapped in that Odin cage. And that's going to give a lot of pressure now in the solo lane. Not electing to invade, though. They want to be able to grab their own speed buff.
And that was right on the back of taking the fire imps as well. So they're getting every little bit of experience off the map, just taking these nice plays. And like you mentioned, buffs are going to start coming up soon. I want to see more invades coming out from Kingdom because we saw how bad this got when they got behind in the first game.
The invades are going to have to come out of the left-hand side. As long as KeegsMate is left alone, then they can keep taking advantage of that. With camping solo, playing this Ratatoskr, the global pressure is going to be too much, but it's a level 5 Ratatoskr as Jumpahhh is level 6. And I wouldn't be surprised if eLevate, they force the issue in mid here.
We're going to have that big 3v3 fight here. Camping solo going to get plucked, and the rest of the team is nowhere nearby. Truancii gonna find that easy, non-tradable kill.
eLevate just always in position together when it matters the most. Finding the second kill of the game for them. They didn't care about getting those right side mid harpies. They would much rather set up the little trap that they really got out of it.
And they may still be able to find a kill there, but with the rotations, they're gonna disengage for the better.
yoyoabc trying to trade right now with KeegsMate, but a nice time stop, time ref combination, not really being able to win that. He only has Warrior Tabby finish, doesn't have any sort of sustain between Aussie or Devil Gloves quite yet. So now, as long as KeegsMate can keep landing these abilities, he'll get back in the game just now hitting level 7.
And McSaltyCakes not going to be able to come out and help either because there's so much pressure being pushed by eLevate into the mid lane, and we're going to have a little bit of a gank opportunity from KeegsMate just trying to stop yoyoabc. He's still very low, and then here comes Ratatoskr Ratatoskr coming through. Can't find the rewind because KeegsMate's already gone.
Just like that, finding the first blood onto the Chronos earlier on, taking advantage of the second time before the rewind happened. yoyoabc now going to take full advantage of this by grabbing another wave.
And look at the level difference already coming out of the solo. JoltaK has been so denied, and he's only died once, but still, why is that difference so high?
It's been able to get those Fire Giant imps earlier on that was so important for eLevate. That he's been able to get the experience, and because JoltaK died, he missed out on a wave and a half. He died during the wave. He got the tremors off, but he didn't get the experience, more importantly.
Yeah, but Camping Solo going to try and relieve some of this Niqued pressure, especially since the jump is down. He's going to pop the cage, try to dish out as much damage as possible before Niqued can get away. We have the Taiko drums coming through. He's looking for one shot. Can he find the second one? He's gonna, and Coviiii with the rotation to take out the Odin.
Shutting down KeegsMate, now shutting down Niqued as a response. Jumpahhh trying to find the cleanup kill. He needs to find the knockup, but just barely off the mark. The chain lightning not in range off of the shield, so now eLevate, they have to back off and reset. They don't want to overextend. Despite the ultimate being down for Coviiii, though, I'm surprised eLevate are not continuing on to the aggressive side.
Gonna go ahead and back off. They've gotten a good bit of lead thus far, and I mean, actually Kingdom sitting about 100 gold ahead, but that's so minimal. The experience is what matters, and that's about 600 in favor of eLevate. And while that's not huge now, Kingdom eSports are a kill ahead.
Right now, it's more importantly for Kingdom to not allow any sort of momentum from eLevate, because we've seen what eLevate were able to do the last game with any sort of momentum. So the fact that they're still relatively even at almost 7 minutes is a great progressive movement.
JoltaK gonna get plugged right into the Awilix ultimate once again. JoltaK gonna take a lot of damage, but the rest of eLevate are with the bird bomb. They're all stuck inside the cage. Truancii gonna find one. McSaltyCakes. Camping Solo is too low. He can't fight up against Jumpahhh and Rippin Holes. He needs one more hit, and Camping Solo's down.
It's up to Coviiii to find the return kills. He finds one. Can he find more? He's going to get knocked out. The bird bomb finds the kill. It's going to be a 4-for-1 trade. eLevate are all over the place. They're going to be able to grab their own speed buff. Meanwhile, in the dual lane, forcing out the purification from Yoyo, but the rewind out of KeegsMate.
And that's so much bigger trade. That's such a bigger trade for Kingdom, because that's the ultimate. KeegsMate is going to be a gigantic target now if they start to set their sights to the left side of the map, because he's not going to be able to get away.
They have about 90 seconds to take advantage of KeegsMate's ultimate being down. It's very possible right now with Camping Solo's ultimate that's a little bit shorter of a cooldown coming up, and with eLevate winning that right-hand side so much, Kingdom really needs to respond quickly, because this could easily go out of control very quickly.
And the little picks that eLevate are taking are things that Kingdom eSports should be doing, but because they're off the map so much, because they're being out-pressured, they're not able to even take these safe little buffs or these little camps.
They were so close to evening out that trade. Coviiii was the hero that Kingdom really needed, because despite it was a 3-for-0 at first with 3 members in the red. Coviiii, he didn't even get off his ultimate in time to really get off any of those return kills.
And Truancii just came through, and then pairing up Niqued's ultimate with Truancii, the cage into the storm was just absolutely devastating for Kingdom, and they had nothing that could really go up against it.
KeegsMate, though, he's paired up with Jumpahhh. He's trying to find a play, but yoyoabc is going to back off right now, though. KeegsMate taking a lot of damage, forced to use purification against Camping Solo, but now in the backhand side, Coviiii trying to respond, going to get pulled into the tower. Camping Solo's going to fall.
Jumpahhh going to be able to get the kill with the help of the tower. It just took one shot. Camping Solo realized he was way in over his head, backed off, popped his purification in the process, and then still managed to die.
Both solo laners making their rotations, but they're kind of boxing each other in between. Niqued trying to look for the ultimate. It could be used right here onto JoltaK.
And this has happened to JoltaK once before. The only one that's not going to be able to come in is Truancii, but he wants the distance anyway. Cage and the Cabrakan ultimate going to keep everybody in the same spot. Rippin Holes going to find a kill, but yoyoabc going to be able to trade him out, and now they're looking for Coviiii. He's going to barely sidestep the CC, but he's taking so much damage, and Truancii going to be able to trade out with the other God of Thunder. Niqued taking out the Jing.
eLevate, they're still winning these trades. 3-for-1 already. KeegsMate has just been really good about keeping on the aggressive side whenever he has the opportunity. Despite him dying so far twice, it doesn't matter. He knows his prime timing, his power spike windows. Now Jumpahhh in a 1-on-1 against Camping Solo. He just used his feather step, and now Camping Solo backing off as Truancii makes the rotation.
Jumpahhh really wasn't able to touch him, but still took a lot of damage in the process. Didn't really want to invest everything when the Gold Fury is available.
And right there, after finding those 3 picks earlier, they're going to force the Gold Fury Fury heading into the 10-minute mark. Great play from eLevate. This is what we were talking about. You give eLevate any sort of momentum, they're going to run with it. We saw it was Kingdom that had a little bit of a gold lead. They didn't have the experience lead, but now eLevate, they're opening the door wide open. 4.5, almost 5,000 experience ahead.
And 3,000 gold with the help of that Gold Fury as well. 10-5 read the kills. They've doubled every bit of traction that Kingdom eSports have been able to make, and now it's just starting to slowly snowball in this, just like the last game.
Right now, 2-level lead for Niqued. He's finished off the height of the Urchin. It's going to be very problematic for this to deal with this Odin. He can build physical power off of his passive. He can build more defense off of that Urchin. So he's going to be very versatile. But landing is camping solo. He's trying to camp solo, but the meditation keeping Niqued alive. He's baiting for the rotation from the rest of his team.
And now he's going to pop that shield, give himself a little bit extra protection. Bird Bomb not going to connect with anybody. Jumpahhh just trying to find one. The Feather Step going to be good. Onto JoltaK. The knock-up going to be good as well, but they're just really tanky.
Jumpahhh just holding on to his ultimate a little bit too long there. Rippin Holes gave him the nice setup with the tail flip, but elected to just poke out, reset, go for the blue buff instead. The rotation coming down to McSaltyCakes, trying to steal the blue buff.
And, I mean, going to be able to at least get a little bit of damage onto Jumpahhh in the process. Rotate back over to the speed camp, which has already been taken. Still down. Need to start clearing out these creeps. Every little bit counts, especially with this Tier 1 tower about to fall on the left side.
In the dual lane already, KeegsMate has been doing a good job coming back into this game. Now a level ahead of yoyoabc, despite having these 2 deaths, and he's putting the pressure onto Yo-Yo. He's been chipping away at that tower for so long.
And it's a diligent, patient game. We use the word patient a lot when it comes to these abilities, but also because he was so far behind just playing the patient farm game, he's now above the Jing.
Having the red buff as well, he's been able to really win these trades. I'm surprised that yoyoabc went for this Ichabod instead for the Aussie earlier on. He probably should have swapped his itemization in order to be able to really sustain in these little 1v1 skirmishes.
Should we see more pressure coming out from Kingdom eSports onto the duo side just because KeegsMate is still in this game?
At this point, you kind of have to because of the glass cannon build out of KeegsMate. Sometimes some Chronos players, they'll elect to go for a more tanky, versatile build, either the Winged Blade or the early Warlock Sash, trying to get that health pool to guarantee the rewind.
Yep, but gonna have that guaranteed ultimate being used from Jing to get out of all this damage, but Airstrike is gonna be down for quite some time.
And now Jumpahhh, he has an opportunity to control the left side of the map with that important cooldown being down. He's waiting for camping solo Coviiii to get initiated on. Rippin Holes trying to set up the ultimate for Jumpahhh, but not gonna find it quite yet.
Coviiii using the Taiko drums, but the juke shoes coming out from Rippin Holes going to be too good. Camping solo going to get pulled back, and Truancii going to melt through him again with the ultimate. And now, McSaltyCakes is looking so low, and he's stuck between 4 members of eLevate. Jumpahhh going to get the last hit, and now yoyoabc needs to back off.
Just too slow of an ultimate coming out of McSaltyCakes, not able to keep camping solo alive. Chain Lightning doing a little bit of damage onto Coviiii, but eLevate, they keep it grouping up and finding the picks. They found 2, and now they're aggressing onto the Tier 1 mid tower, and JoltaK teleporting into an Odin cage.
Able to find Jumpahhh, just bringing the aggro from the tower there. Not going to be able to find JoltaK kill inside of the cage, but at this point they're getting so much damage onto the Tier 1 tower, and JoltaK has already spent just about his entire kit.
JoltaK, he's trying to buy time for yoyoabc, but it's not in time, and now Rippin Holes going to get jumped on by camping, so a nice little pluck to deter the action. KeegsMate still doing a lot of damage. The Chain Lightning going to force out Coviiii in the back, and the rest of eLevate, they're going to take the win and reset.
Yep, eLevate going to be able to get a little bit of damage, but their backline was so low. Kingdom eSports able to save their Tier 1 tower for now. The stalling coming out from JoltaK just to wait for yoyoabc to come in and start bringing some damage, since JoltaK isn't really going to be able to hit too hard at level 13.
This is a good power spike play opportunity for eLevate to really extend their lead and keep winning these team fights. So like we mentioned before, Odin, he wants to build stacks on stacks in these team fights between his passive and the height of the Urchin. Meanwhile, KeegsMate playing the Chronos, he has the Bancroft's talent, so whenever he pops that accelerate on the 4th tick, it's going to be doing so much damage to these towers. Look at how low left and mid are. That's the result of KeegsMate.
And KeegsMate just been dutifully doing his job. And right now, we're going to start to see him join into these team fights, and it's going to be even worse because Chronos is going to be able to shred through absolutely everybody on Kingdom eSports.
As well as the Zeus being played by Truancii. He's going for a little bit more of a versatile option, going for the Wing Blade, as well as the Dynasty Plate helmet. So he's going to be very resilient. So if Camping Solo wants to dive that backline, he's going to have to do a lot of damage. Looking at his itemization right now, he has the Yonins complete, but just not enough damage quite yet. It's still really early in the game.
And he's not going to be able to sustain himself with the damage being pumped out by eLevate's backline as well. A little bit of a 1v1 fight over on the left side, but that's going to quickly dissolve given how just yoyoabc too strong right now.
2 levels, still in the lead as Niqued. He's able to clear out the wave. If he wants to rotate over on the left, he has the teleport option, whereas JoltaK, 50 seconds remaining on his, gonna find the knockup, but not the ultimate in time. Jumpahhh missing an opportunity.
And now that's going to be down for a little bit of time. They don't have to worry about the knockups and getting pulled out of position. The displacement is disorienting and very overpowered.
JoltaK rotated in mid. He's going to get jumped on by Niqued. The ultimate still being held on to with the rotation from Truancii that could have potentially been used as an opportunity to find the kill because there's not that much magical defense onto this Cabrakan.
Camping Solo forced into the ultimate, barely going to get back up. He's looking very low, and I don't think he's going to want to re-engage this time.
Not at all. That's a huge cooldown being down for Kingdom. Now eLevate, they're going to try to go on the aggressive side. They're going to trap in JoltaK. They want to find this kill, keep building the stacks to the Odin, but Zeus is not really here to follow up.
And Zeus, he's the main part of damage, going to be the good knockup coming out from yoyoabc with the Gus there. But aside from that, there's no real follow-up from Kingdom eSports either.
Train lining, unfortunately, off the mark. They're not going to be able to get the distance necessary to start bouncing around. eLevate, popping that meditation, forcing out the Gold Fury. Kingdom, they have to respond here. They cannot allow eLevate another Gold Fury.
And eLevate, that's exactly what they want. Force Kingdom eSports into a fight, because when you look at the kills, it definitely has not been working out for them in the process. They love a free Gold Fury, but they'd also love to keep stifling out Kingdom eSports. We're 16 minutes, 45 seconds in, and we're approaching the point where we had the surrender from Kingdom.
Absolutely. So far, though, there's 10 relics available right now for eLevate, whereas there's only 8. Not able to pick it up is Camping Solo or McSaltyCakes, despite being level 12. So this could be a good opportunity for eLevate to force the issue.
Turning back onto their aggression to the Tier 1 tower. Airstrike going to come right on over for yoyoabc, but going to get caught in the Zeus. Ultimate taco drums going through, but Truancii going to find one. Coviiii going to find one as well, and that one was KeegsMate.
Not finding the rewind in time. McSaltyCakes in trouble as well. Jumpahhh is forced to purify away, walking away from that Tier 1 tower. Detonate, just absolutely destroying the members of Kingdom in the backline of the Tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, left-hand side, Camping Solo, he got the Tier 1 tower, and he's still going for the Tier 2.
But they need his presence here at the team fight. As soon as he sees the teleport being used by Odin, Niqued, he's going to back off, go ahead and try and just get back to the fountain. Niqued not going to be able to lock him down. Bit of a risky lazy back considering how close Odin got. But look at Jumpahhh.
He might be in trouble. He's going to be able to get that Tier 1 tower, but is he going to sacrifice his life in the process? Coviiii, he wants to find the return kill, not able to mark onto Jumpahhh. If he thunder crashes, he has to worry about this Feather Step.
Yeah, Feather Step going to turn around, but he's going to pop the Sanctuary just to avoid the damage, and now Jumpahhh gonna hop right back onto Suku. A little bit of an outplayed. Coviiii played that masterfully, and now Jumpahhh gonna get aggressed on a Camping Solo, gonna rush the tower to find it.
He had to use his ultimate to cut the distance, so a great rotation from Camping Solo. We see the Zeus being able to do the mid harpies, and now Rippin Holes, he finds the knockup. He needs to find the pluck as well, but a nice stun should give him enough distance separation.
But between Niqued, they may be able to take him out, but this has all been a farce. Just Kingdom eSports trying to take this Gold Fury from out from under eLevate. They're going to be able to leash it. Airstrike coming through again. KeegsMate, he was the only one here.
Miscommunication from Kingdom that reset the Gold Fury, and now Truancii, he's going to be able to secure the Gold Fury. JoltaK in trouble. It's going to get stunned out, knocked around, forced into the ultimate. He needs to get off as much damage before he dies.
He's trying to block them off, and here comes the taiko drums ripping through. Niqued going to be able to find JoltaK in the process, and Truancii looking very low in the backline. Camping Solo needs one more hit, and he's not going to be able to find it. Rippin Holes going to be able to take him out.
2 for 1 right now, eLevate. They still want to be aggressive, but they're very happy after securing that Gold Fury. What an epic blunder from Kingdom. They had the Gold Fury, but they reset it.
And you know they're feeling that right now. And now Coviiii does not have his Thunder Crash. He just used it, which means Jumpahhh has free reign to get as aggressive as he wants. And here he comes through, forcing out the purification from Coviiii. Gonna have to stop being aggressive because the tower is still alive. They're gonna go ahead and take that down while Niqued tries tries to slow Yo-Yo.
It's all a great stall tactic, finding the blink of Willich play, finding the knock-up into the pull. yoyoabc gonna get deleted, and now the tier 2 tower gonna keep being aggressed on, but instead taking the small victory. They find the tier 1 tower, they find those 2 kills onto Camping Solo that just revived, and yoyoabc.
JoltaK gonna teleport back to the tier 2 tower, which is still standing, and we have this rotation from Kingdom just trying to lock down anybody from eLevate. They're gonna actually let this happen and then try to pick up the fight, but JoltaK is not gonna be able to, only gonna be able to find one. It's Niqued, and he's so tanky. There's a 4-level difference between him and JoltaK.
Camping Solo, he's in the sky, but he's not in range to really land on anybody. Instead, goes back into the mid lane, trying to find any sort of farm that he can. And now it's gonna be KeegsMate left alone, unchecked on the left-hand side, gonna be able to secure that tier 1 tower.
Normally, I would be terrified of Cabrakan at this point, but because Niqued is so tanky and dishing out so much damage, Truancii going to be able, with the help of Niqued, to take out McSaltyCakes. JoltaK just trying to get away from the 4 people from eLevate chasing him down. He's going to get slowed, he's going to get feather-stepped, and Jumpahhh going to add another kill to the count.
Nothing for them to do right now, and that's going to force Niqued 1 stack on his passive, 2 stacks on Hide of the Urchin, and now KeegsMate flanking yoyoabc, not on the mark with the time stop, but those in-hands are absolutely melting Yo-Yo, forced ulting past the board camp.
And meanwhile, on the right side, they're able to take this tier 2. Coviiii looking for a last-ditch effort, going to be able to find Truancii with the ultimate, going to activate his own Sanctuary, dodging the feather step once again. The good patience coming out of the Raijin player. He's going to be able to Thunder Crash, but if they turn on him, he can't use it again.
He doesn't have a tier 2 tower to retreat under, but Niqued is a little too low to really continue on the aggression. Now KeegsMate, he's still looking to box out Yo-Yo, using that passive to get back and defend the tier 2 tower. Still getting chunked by that time rip. KeegsMate, he's going to be aggressing onto this tier 2 tower.
And KeegsMate wants to keep aggressing onto yoyoabc in the process because he's not leaving yet. We're going to have the Ratatoskr crash on in. Camping Solo wants to put extra pressure onto the right side. They want to try and take this tower, but meanwhile, KeegsMate going to back off because JoltaK showed his face.
And that's going to be Rippin Holes in a 1v3 spot, retreating under the tier 1 tower. This should be really important to stop the backs on the right-hand side. We see Jumpahhh in mid. He could cut off the rotation from JoltaK.
And that's probably exactly what he's going to do. Going to find the knock-up and the ultimate, waiting for the feather step. Going to be good. And JoltaK was taking so long to turn around and find the stun. So Jumpahhh going to be able to still continue to chase him down. But Coviiii going to stop Rippin Holes mayhem. Meanwhile, JoltaK still looking so low. yoyoabc is here, and they're going to be able to find the kill before Jumpahhh can take the Cabrakan.
He didn't find the hit with his in-hand to set up the feather step, unfortunately. And that's going to force the rotation out of yoyoabc, finding 2 easy kills onto eLevate. And now the question is, what does Kingdom really do with this? They have a 5-on-3 power play, but there's a level 19 Chronos with red buff running wild right on you, absolutely melting McSaltyCakes. Truancii with a detonate.
Oh man, that was way too close, and they lost a major point of sustain. As you notice, Coviiii gonna immediately turn around, Thunder Crash away, put as much distance between him and eLevate as possible, because when McSaltyCakes isn't here for any kind of peel for the Zeus, or for the Raijin, then you need to get out. Zeus, meanwhile, gonna go ahead and start up this fire giant with the rest of his team, and JoltaK has his number.
Great stun coming out of KeegsMate, absolutely destroying JoltaK yet again. The magical damage between these two is just too much. The Odin ring comes out, and now Camping Solo landing in the backline, delaying ever so slightly, but JoltaK finally falling.
And that's gonna be inside the cage. That's gonna be another passive for Zeus. Camping Solo using a masterful Sanctuary just to make sure he avoids the time rift, but Camping Solo still getting chased by Niqued. He's gonna be able to use the dash, and Niqued not going to jump after him.
He could potentially jump into the mid lane instead. Yo-Yo forced into the ulti, Thunder Crash away from Coviiii, and now yet again eLevate with the numbers advantage, 5-on-4. JoltaK still dead for 20 seconds. They have the teleport available once he respawns, but the question is, can eLevate secure this fire giant before the respawn from JoltaK?
Kingdom eSports have a very big decision to make. Do they try to play it safe, or do they try and take this fire giant from them? Fire giant's already down to 0%. It's gonna be eLevate able to secure it for themselves. Truancii gonna get Tycho drummed, but the Sanctuary gonna keep him alive. McSaltyCakes try to get away in the back line, but he's gonna be running the wrong direction with 4 members there. Jumpahhh gonna be the one with the credit.
eLevate still on the aggressive side. KeegsMate tried to stop the back from Camping Solo on the left-hand side. I like the mentality that Camping Solo's been doing. He found the tier 1 earlier on. He tried to go for the tier 2. He needs to find some sort of play to get his team with some more gold, because Kingdom right now, they're struggling so much. They're down 9,000 gold, Fire Giant onto eLevate as well. So these towers, it's going to extend that goal lead even more.
They only have 2 left to rip through, and at this point, the experience is almost 13,000. Gold difference is almost 9,000. At this point, they have so much left on the map to take, and Kingdom eSports aren't able to take anything for themselves.
To level 20 Odin with 9 stacks of Hide the Urchin, having the Emperor's Armor, Genji's, as well as the Wingblade. He's so fast and mobile. He's just going to be such a nuisance with that meditate. It doesn't seem like Kingdom even want to come past Niqued alone.
Niqued going to be able to keep 3 people at bay. Coviiii using the Thunder Crash just to get out of the damage from the Bird Bomb. CC from McSaltyCakes going to miss, and Niqued just going to run past all of this, keeping these 3 people in the back line. They took the Gold Fury, and now almost all of eLevate are here. He's spent so much time keeping Kingdom eSports busy.
Yo-Yo was so nervous about getting knocked out by Jumpahhh. He just wanted to use the ultimate right away. Coviiii taking so much damage from that Bird Bomb, and it's going to be Rippin Holes zoning out some members from Kingdom while the Chronos is going to melt that Phoenix.
Everybody's got that nice Fire Giant belt around their waist. Coviiii in the backline just trying to stay alive, forced a Thunder Crash out of the fight. That's going to be a good pluck into the Awilix ultimate. JoltaK not going to have anywhere to go. Taiko jumps are coming through, but Rippin Holes really seems to be the only almost casualty.
5-on-4 play now for eLevate. They're still continuing on. The blink from Jumpahhh, not able to really find the knockup play, but McSaltyCake falls, second victim for Kingdom, losing their middle Phoenix, and now right side Phoenix being aggressed by eLevate.
And now, I mean, we have yoyoabc here to try and take this out, but he's not really going to be able to do anything. Meanwhile, Camping Solo in the back line, trying to take out Truancii. Purification going to be good. Camping Solo using his own Sanctuary, but Truancii still going to be able to find the better of the rat.
Too much damage coming out of eLevate. They committed so heavily onto Truancii, but he still had the Purification to really keep himself alive. Second Phoenix falling. eLevate, they're looking to close this one out. They're going to get the left side Phoenix.
There goes the sprint. They're going to try the cage. Going to keep them off of the Phoenix here for just a little bit longer so they can go ahead and just keep going. The Phoenix going to sit here, fall. It's already done like dinner. They're going to be able to back off. Kingdom eSports weren't able to even go anywhere near that. And eLevate get away absolutely free. They lost nobody.
Not at all. They've been doing such a great job. Jumpahhh was doing a good job zoning in that back line while the rest of his team was grabbing that last remaining Phoenix. So yet again, eLevate, they put themselves in a very good winning position. They're still up about 16,000 gold. Another free kill for KeegsMate. Despite the bad start he had in the beginning of the game, he's been on point right now with this glass cannon build. And now eLevate, once they win this one, they're going to be 2 points ahead of Soar.
KeegsMate has been an absolute solo machine. Jumpahhh going to be able to clear things out, but yes, eLevate, if they win this game, 11 points. And that's going to be such a nice cushion going into the last week because it all comes down to that last game.
So right now, eLevate, they're thinking about continuing on the aggression. KeegsMate's left alone though. He's 1v1ing against Camping Soul, but he's missing too many cooldowns, forced into the rewind, but now he has some assistance with Jumpahhh.
Jumpahhh going to be able to jump over the wall with Suku, but they're going to go ahead and back off. Rat decided he didn't want anything to do with that. yoyoabc still gone for 10 seconds, so they're able to get away with a little bit more until that Jing is able to glide back on over with her passive.
Fire Giant buff still on the members of eLevate. Actually just fizzled away right now, so that means 1 more minute until that respawn happens. But with all 3 Phoenixes being down, just too much damage. Camping Solo deleted.
The cooldowns are already gone. Jumpahhh almost got eradicated, but Truancii going to be able to find Coviiii, so no more Taiko jump. McSaltyCakes, he's just 1 detonate away, but it's going to be Niqued coming through with the Bird Bomb. Now he's stuck in the cage. JoltaK taking a lot of damage, as is the Titan. This could be it. eLevate looking to take the 2-0 and take their 3 points and help possibly secure their spot at LAN. ABC going to be able to trade out with KeegsMate, but it's not enough. After 28 minutes, that's going to be the 2-0 for eLevate.
eLevate have just been on point, not only game 1, but game 2 as well. It's a little bit of a slower start in that second game, but they still find the 3 points, and now they're 2 above Soar. Just great overall performance. And Kingdom, they really need to figure out a way to come back into the league in general for next week and for the next split. I
mean, for next split, definitely. They're not going to be able to go to LAN. They're not really going to be able to hoof the points, but we see a lot of potential within them. We see what, I mean, even in this game, but Truancii coming into this Gold Fury fight, he played a huge part in this entire set.
This was the communication error coming out of Kingdom that allowed Truancii to really take advantage of that Gold Fury that was reset, stealing the Gold Fury, finding the kills, and this is what really skyrocketed eLevate beyond.
I mean, and Truancii, even though he's possibly going to fall here, just barely. Camp and Solo going to be able to find him still. Being able to capitalize on these little mistakes is what kept eLevate just chugging along.
And this is what eLevate really needs to do, because this is their second victory. They've been able to 2-0 Kingdom 2 times in a row, finding the splits. The question is, next week, what are they truly capable of?
Exactly, and it's really going to come down, like I mentioned, to that last game. All eyes are on eLevate and Soar. We pretty much already know who's probably going to get the first 3 spots, but we just don't know seeding. But who's going to go to LAN? We're going to have to find out. We have more games coming at you. Next up is going to be Return versus Eager. Stay tuned for more SCL.